Wow. So much has happened. Good morning. Good morning. I'm Stephanie Sue, and welcome to This Disturbing Fact, a 3-hour lecture of a random person that went completely batshit crazy and had the grossest life ever. And now I'm going to go into a long diatribe of what exactly happened. And you are going to see visions of what actually really happened as I talk about it over the screen. And some of the viewers might want to look up because some of the visions are kind of gross. And that is Earth tech. That is Earth, supernatural, or it can be, it's probably scientific as well, okay, if we were stupid enough to discover like how it actually works. But that is Earth, Earth tech, like Mars tech. That's Earth tech. So like when you watch like a show like Stephanie Sue, um, and she talks about that stuff and you see literally like visions like sort of like right beneath the screen sort of like what occurred when they were torturing their kids, which is one of her videos, for example, or the inmates in jail. So I think I'm going to watch that video again, but like I didn't see anything yet, guys, okay? I'm not seeing visions when I'm watching Stephanie Sue, but I heard that you guys do because you guys are trapped on level 1. Yes, you are, okay? So, and you're talking to your mom over walls. You already know who your mom is, the savior. All right. And you're like, Mom, don't watch that video. If you watch that video, look up. Okay. I heard you across the screen, and that's why I'm talking about it. But anyway, that is sometimes I do see stuff, but I watched the jail video and I didn't. Well, I guess what I want to say is I didn't see the hyperpigmentation of what the inmates saw when they were it's like the sleep deprivation experiment that they went through that me and Collins like glazed by the other day. She has a whole video about that. Um, so I guess I saw visions of that, and I definitely saw the vision of the poop smeared window, or the entire my entire window was covered with poop. I saw that. Okay, like so I did see like what the inmates saw or what occurred in their jail cell, but I didn't see. I'm like, what hallucinations did they see? I'm really interested more in like what hallucinations did they see that made them smear the windows with poop. And I guess they had windows in those jail cells. Now that I think about it, I don't think jail cells usually have windows, but that's what they said they did. Anyway, um, really interesting video. I'm probably going to go back and watch it today, and maybe a couple other Stephanie videos because that's what they said. They have these visions or whatever, and they were like, "Oh, that reminds me of Mom's Mars tech. I think that's our Earth tech because they do love their mom, but you know what I mean." There's no church. I really think like the church like really would help like a lot of people because of that. It's like, um, oh, my dog is here. Hold on. Why is my dog up here? Hi, buddy. You want to come say hi? You come say hi to the viewers? You want to come say hi? Come here. Come here. He's a baby boy. He needs a bath. He's a stinky boy, but he's very cute still. He needs a bathy. He needs a bathy. He needs a bathy. Love you. Fresh slept well last night. He did cry a little bit last night, and then he kind of moaned like a woman as well, which I thought was weird. I was like, that would sound like literally sounded like a grown woman. Fresh, like, how are you doing that? Oh my God. Every morning, right? I'm just like, that would be great. Let me just be in Cancun like right now with like, and think I'm alone in my thoughts. You know what I mean? I mean, like that would be great. And they're like, well, why does the queen get it? Why does the princess get it? Like, I don't know, am I the princess or the queen, guys? But like, why does the princess get it? Why does the princess get to like go like, I usually call myself the princess. People don't usually call me the queen. The queen is more like Queen Elizabeth or whatever. It's usually the grandmom, but they're a dying breed. Grandmoms are a dying breed. What can I say? The vapes are still playing tricks on me. This one felt heavy when I picked it up and now it feels light again. I mean, I know it's been like a day or two, so it's like, but still, like one should feel heavier than the other. Like, and it just doesn't. Like, it just totally switches back and forth. I literally have no idea where this game is going as my freckles pop out of my face, like every single time I talk, like here comes my freckles, like literally have no idea where we're going. And I get like so excited for it. But I think I told you what happened last year. Like the space codes were on high for like I don't know how many days, maybe like 7 days and like no sleep or something because the space codes were so high. And after that, my dad, Brandon, he looked at me and he's like, do you want to play Last of Us now? And I'm like, fuck no. Like, I need to fucking sleep. Like, what are you talking about, Brandon? What are you talking about? And he's like, okay, let's go to sleep then. And he gave me like a trank gun. It's like it's like a laser. There's no freaking guns in my house. Like, I don't know how many times I have to tell you guys this. You're so stupid. It's a freaking like space laser. Like, it's invisible. Okay. So he gives me like an invisible trank gun and I just go back. I fall asleep after like 7 days of like major hallucinating space drugs and bringing them down from space and like literally like can hardly walk, after an intense mental breakdown like that one. That would be called a mental breakdown in earth terms because you guys are idiots yet again. But anyway, you're like, oh my God, I'm having a mental breakdown. Like, no, it's actually like space codes trying to help you, like space drugs, like literally like trying to save your life. But like, you have to call it like a mental breakdown because you're a fucking idiot from 3D Earth. And like, we literally fucking hate you because of it. But anyway, like we literally hate you, okay? Like if you're not like integrated a little bit into the occult society or like satanic society or like demonic society or like spiritual angelic society of old, and can't get with the program that like these are like codes, to like help you, like we literally fucking hate you. Like we literally hate you. Um like literally so bad. Like I can't even describe the amount of hatred I have towards you. Like for holding us back as a civilization and causing us to devolve. Okay, that's like literally causing us to devolve in time and space and lose energy. And like I can't. I don't know how else to say it. I can't stand you. I can't stand your presence on Earth. Okay. You already won. Oh, really? Where's my Colin then? Where's my $800,000 ring? Okay, where is it? If I already won, stop saying that. That's a fucking threat to us. I didn't already win because where the fuck is Colin in my fucking ring? I didn't already win. Once I have Colin in my fucking ring, then I might consider saying that I fucking won. But we probably know that we're going to be attacked, right? So I'm not going to say, I probably won't say it right away. I'll probably say, you guys are starting to listen, and that's a step in the right direction. That's probably what I'll say because I'm a little bit smarter than you. I'm a little bit smarter than this group here. Okay, than this group out here that's listening. I'm a little bit smarter, so I probably won't say something like I won the game. I'll probably say something like, good for you. Good for you, community of planet Earth. You're actually starting to listen and actually starting to smarten up. Good for you. Probably say something like that. It's a step in the right direction. Because you got to check your fucking ego at that fucking door, okay? This isn't a fucking joke, Okay, this is not a fucking joke. We have contact looking at me right now. I have contact looking at me. That's how serious this is. This game is. Okay, so no, I will not be saying like I won if I have the cheapest ring in Hollywood. Okay, that's probably the cheapest ring in Hollywood, okay? And like you know, um you guys want me to call my father the most average guy in Hollywood, and it's like I can't really, I don't know, I can't really do that. Like it's like I'm like so like over the moon for him, you know what I mean? Like I know you guys don't understand true love because like you're literally like I just want to torture you, mom, with like all my questions and like stalk you around the internet and stalk you around the world and like da 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 da. It's like you can't get it through your fucking head that like some, you know what I mean? It's just annoying. Um, Anyway, good morning. Good morning, class. How are we doing out there on planet Earth? How are we doing out there on planet Earth, everyone? Um, okay, so anyway, Stephanie Sue. Yeah, like I think I might be watching a few of her videos today. Like, I generally am not like super like absorbed by her videos. Like, I'm generally not like, oh my God, like I have to watch these videos. Like, I know you guys are like obsessed with like, people who've snapped and stuff like that. And I know she does like a really great job of like not dictating, what's the word? Like narrating, I guess. Like when she does like a really good job of like narrating the stories and like interjecting and stuff. And I think her husband might be there on the side to like he used to be. I don't know. I haven't watched a lot of her new videos, but before when she was did mukbang was her fiance, and he used to be like not in the camera but like on the side, and she would like talk to him like a little bit like off to the side or whatever when they would do their mukbang videos a long time ago. That's probably like, a long time ago, and like like Gen Z years and whatever. But that's when I first found Stephanie's too. And I was on Team Veronica. I was Team Veronica back then, and Team Nikocado Avocado, which is kind of funny because Nikocado Avocado was on Stephanie Sue's side. But I was just like, why the fuck can't Nikocado Avocado and Veronica Wang get along? You know what I mean? I was like, why is there so much drama? There was like so much drama back in the day between those two. And I was like, I like followed it to like a T because it was literally going on in my life. It was literally going on in my life. And like Veronica was literally like a reflection of my life, right? And Veronica basically became like a best friend of mine through her mukbang videos. Like, just love her. I love her, love her, love her. I fucking loved Veronica Wang's mukbang videos. Okay, that's Nikocado Avocado, and he's saying like, I was just jealous because they were so amazing. They were literally so amazing when she would like go over her grandmother's, I think in San Francisco, and then they would like cook together and stuff or whatever, her grandparents' house. I loved those videos like when they cooked together. Um but I loved all of Veronica's videos, and like she'd like do this hug. She'd be like hugs. And what else? Okay. Or like whatever that means. Like, okay. Anyway, I think it's like a probably like a level one problem or whatever. Because when I dropped down to level one, they were like, "Your arm is fake. Don't worry about it. We'll fix it." Um, because I just felt like a pain in my arm when I did that. I can feel like a pain in my arm when I do that or whatever. But we know that pain is like fake and whatever. Every time I go to the doctors, there's literally nothing there. So I don't know how they could fix a pain in my arm if there's literally nothing there at the doctor. I mean, it's a pleasant experience when I go to the doctor, but it's like I don't know why I'm here. There's literally nothing here. Like it's just like I don't know how else to describe it. It's not like the nothing there's the eerie nothing there, which is absolutely a horrible fucking feeling. That I absolutely have felt. And it's not the metallic nothing's there either when I'm like flung into my void. It's like a pleasantness, but it's still like a nothing. It's like nothing of consequential action is here at the doctor. Nothing of consequences is here. Nothing of consequential action is here. Like that. It's like pleasant, but it's just like going through the motions to like pretend you're human. if you get what I'm saying, is sort of like what's at the doctor's office. And like at work, there's not really much there either, if I'm honest. There's like a little bit of there. There's like a little bit of aggression, a little bit of passive aggressiveness, which I would say that means that there's something there. But there's more like why are it's sort of same sort of a similar thing, like why are we here? It's sort of like a pleasantness, but it's and also with an uncomfortability of having to be forced to do this day in and day out when we know it's fake, when we know it's not real, when we know that AI could probably help us in leaps and bounds. And if we just like focused on the programming, like we could probably get like for my work particularly, like we could probably get like a programmer to come in and like help us generate a program or whatever that would like do the work for us and stuff like that. So it's like sort of like taking like something that's like really, really important, but it's like not important at all. Like it's literally not important at all. Um, like, it's called like an innovation in scientific discovery. I don't think like you have to like be like, so like, are you gonna like, you know what I mean? Is like Mars. Is it Mars and you guys are gonna kill the robots? Like, what are you doing? But it's sort of like, I don't know. It's sort of like it's all fake. We know it's all fake. Like, why are we here? Like, it's sort of like we're just like hanging out and going through the motions as well, like with like a little bit of like uncomfortability, I guess is what I want to say. Um, like why don't we have like advances in technology? I think it's because people like her that want to keep us down and keep us out of the technological advances of society, because I can hear it over the screen. They're fighting back, you know what I mean? Like I'm literally like a living dead doll, and they're like fighting back as to like why there shouldn't be technological advances, and like why AI can't be the wave of the future that helps us design so much easier, because obviously it would definitely deplete the workforce or whatever. And they're just like, we need to support humans and we need to support reproduction. And we're like, why do we need to support reproduction when the only thing in the universe is Alyssa, and you're not supporting the princess Alyssa? So like, why are you like insinuating that like you need to reproduce when you know it's all fake? Reproduction is all fake. You're literally giving birth to yourself, okay? And there's like, a princess in the mix named Melissa, and like you can't even put her in the castle with her king father, Colin Farrell. Yeah, I love Stephanie Sue now. I fucking love her. I just love her. I think like we cleaned out all of their parasites. We cleaned out that group's entire parasites. There was a time period where I kind of didn't like Nikocado Avocado either because he was like attacking Veronica Wang all the time. And I was like, why are you attacking her? Like, she's so nice and she's so cool. Like, what is wrong with you? I told you it was like the drama or whatever. And that whole thing got like squashed. And I just love Nikocado Avocado like so much. Yeah, okay. Me too. We're saying like when we go back to that time, we can still feel like something's there. Like there's still drama, even though they squashed the drama in their group and we squashed the drama in our group as well. My group that I was fighting with Rion at the time. Rion was my Nikocado Avocado. I might as well just say it. And and Veronica was me or whatever. And I would like literally like watch those videos to see like how much their fights would correlate with like our fights. I was just like, it was so intense and so insane because like we didn't really know what was happening since we didn't really have like a great leader to guide us or whatever and like tell us, you know what I mean, tell us what's happening and how everything is the same room or whatever, or and stuff like that. We just thought we were getting like punked by the universe. Like we really had no idea what was going on. Um, So is Stephanie Sue still team Nikocado Avocado? I'm pretty sure I just said they squashed that, but if we look back, we can feel like the drama. We're all friends now. All of us are friends now in my group and in their group. It's all squashed. It's all beef free now. Um, just the way we like it. So, yeah, but I remember that. That was like so crazy. I was like, how is it the same fucking like the same fucking fight and the same fucking group from a spiritual group. And I don't even post. Okay, I don't even post on YouTube to like this mukbang group and they all post on YouTube or whatever, you know? Or maybe I posted a little bit back then because they were like literally forcing me to post. I'm not kidding you. They would like scream at me like in my house, like telepathy schizophrenia style, like literally scream at me to like start posting or whatever. And I was like literally terrified because the space codes were like going crazy and going off. And yes, it was Rion like screaming at me to post or whatever. And I was just like, oh my God, like, okay, I'll try. You know what I mean? And I was like literally terrified. You know, and we tried like a few different, I think they're on this, I think they're on this page. So then we tried like a few different options, like my art, you know, we tried like my art, we tried like Kundalini yoga. Um, I think that's all we did, like my art and well, graphic design, Kundalini yoga, and my art. So it was like three, oh, and travel. And I was just like, you know what I mean? I was just like, this is so, like, I hated it. Like, I was like, this is so not me. I fucking feel so fucking stupid. Like, I fucking hate this because I was like trying to like fit in with the YouTubers. And so I like acted more like a YouTuber instead of like a normal human being, like I'm acting like now. And I just hated it. I felt so fake. I felt so gross. And I like complained to my dad about it. Like, why are they making me do this? Like, I complained to Colin Farrell about Rion, and I was like, I don't know why I'm being forced to do this. I literally hate it, and I feel so fake, and I feel so gross, and like I really don't want to do this. And I think I just stopped doing it or whatever. And then I just like started just doing my art or whatever, and like um still not gaining any traction. And I was like, why aren't I gaining any traction? Like my art's fucking phenomenal. My art's fucking crazy good. It's amazingly good, and I should be getting hundreds of thousands of views, and I don't know why I'm not. And I got like of thousands of views for those stupid fucking envelopes. And then I found out like I was all the energy in the room, and they were using my energy to make babies and, you know, for their weddings and whatever. And I was like, oh, you guys just use the queen for her energy. Okay, let me just say I'm both, I guess. Um, okay, so So, the queen right now is sort of like on a win tour, and I feel like she is being psychically attacked because I saw it last night in my bedroom. So, I don't know. Tosh is like laughing about it, so I think Tosh got like more codes about it. So some of us are like freaking out about it. Some of us are laughing about it. So I don't know. Um, how are we feeling as a family? How are we feeling as a family? Um, so you know what I mean? Like, don't they want to be on a beach and like there's always like that one person that's like forcing them to like, work extra hours, like take it more seriously, like over discuss things. Like there's always that one person, right? And like everybody else is like, what about like technology? Like, how could we make this simpler? How could we make this streamlined? Like, what would that look like? And then there's like that one person that's like, I spent so much time in my life doing this. Like, don't fucking ruin it for me. And as I say that, I start to feel the simulation and I feel it in my solar plexus, which I haven't felt before. So that's very interesting. Um, Rion was like screaming at me. He wasn't screaming at me over the screen. He was like screaming at me literally in my fucking house. Like he was literally, I told you he was in my house with me. Like we ran outside, we get the poltergeist or whatever. He was in my house with me and like being like, like, red card. Start your YouTube career now. And it was terrifying then. It was literally terrifying. There was like demons galore, aliens galore in my apartment, space codes on high, literally frying my entire circuitry, becoming Jean Grey, on fire 24/7. Um, that on top of literally like a full-time job that had me working tons of extra hours, working weekends, working holidays, like had no life, had the craziest boyfriend who lived with his fucking girlfriend at the time, but was bilocating to my house as my boyfriend and freaking yelling at me to start my YouTube career, and it was insanity. Okay. Yes. And Brandon Lee was around then too, but obviously I didn't really have like a lot of trust in men at the time. But you know what I mean? I was yelling at my dad, Colin Farrell, like, you need to stop him because this is insanity. It was crazy. It was so crazy. And like Rion in the background's like, Colin Farrell's a noob. Colin Farrell's a noob, Alyssa. Oh my God, the drama. The drama of like back then, okay, it was like so dramatic. It was like so dramatic. I was like, Rion, what is your problem? What's your problem with us in LA, Rion? Like, can you take a chill pill for a second? Okay, like we are hard workers over here, but like this is like a little bit intense. It was like crazy. It was like so, so crazy. Um, yeah, it was just like I don't know. It was just like so intense. I told you guys like the like dating, it was so insane. Like I would talk to like a guy online and he would come over and it was the poltergeist going completely nuts because probably Brandon and Colin was probably literally trying to come and get me and rescue me. And Rion was trying to rescue me in his own way as well, in his very cool, calm, and collected manner. And so they were trying to rescue me, but like all organics that like know this shit is real. And like we said, Brandon reached back to me when I was little as well, and it made the poltergeist go freaking crazy in the house, and it made Spirit be completely insane. And the same thing happened in 2017. They probably were all trying to come and rescue me. And because of all of the fighting over me and like everything like that, like where should she go? What's the best thing for her? All of like the random comments from random women who like debate in their, off time in their head, like what's the best move for me to make in my career and my love life or whatever. And like that affects the organic energy in the room. And I told you, like, Brandon was like literally trying to come over and rescue me, and that made the poltergeist go crazy in the house. And it's the same thing, like, Colin was trying to probably come and get me. And that's why I kept appearing as like Brandon in my house or like random friends because they were trying to like come and rescue me. When they were like fighting it out with themselves, like I saw Alex fighting it out with himself because I was like, Alex, can you please come over? Like, um, and I saw him recently. I didn't see this at the time when I invited him to come over. Um, but I saw him debating with himself in Sedona and like literally fighting with himself, like having it out with himself in Sedona. Like, I'm just gonna go get her. I'm just gonna go get her. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. And like him, and then him like being like, no, you are not gonna get her. Like literally like fighting out with, she's so mean, she's awful. Like just saying like the worst things about me. Like, being like, she's so super condescending. Like she's so super tag team. What the fuck is tag team mean? But he was literally, he would hear from himself call, you know what I mean? Like he would hear the call coming from inside of him in his own voice, and like it would talk him out of like coming to get me. You are all people, Alyssa. Okay, that's great. Does that mean I'm allowed to have Colin Farrell come over my house today and come get me? Like that's again like another threat. That's another threat. Okay, that's gonna make the poltergeist go crazy. I don't know what else to tell you. You know what I mean? Like you just stop threatening us. I don't know what to say. Like that was like basically 10 years ago. That's like fucking crazy. Like I really needed help at that time too because I had no idea what was going on. I was like, this is insanity. It was insanity, okay? And it's probably about to be insanity again. And you guys are just like, let's debate about it. Um, so yeah. So funny looking back at it, but at the time I was literally terrified. I was like shitting my pants every day. I lost so much weight. I couldn't keep like anything down. Like literally I couldn't keep anything down at all. Like I was like lost so much weight. I couldn't eat anything without like it going right through me or just like purging like crazy. I was like purging like crazy because it was like so intense. Um I was like super skinny. I was like sweating all the time. I was, oh yeah, I forgot about that. On top of that, I was running 3 hours a day because I was completely zapped by space frequencies. I was completely zapped. I told you like I was frying my circuits or whatever. I had so much space energy in me. I was absorbing so much energy from space that I would just like, I had to run 3 hours a day. It was insane. I had to run 3 hours a day to be able to sleep at all at night. And I would sleep like 3, 4 hours a night and be like viciously attacked by like space demons from space. And like, meanwhile, you guys are like so casual about it. Like, right now, you're like, whatever, I'm just gonna like attack her and like, whatever happens, happens. Like, I am that cool. And it's like, you have no idea who you're dealing with and what you're dealing with and the amount of energy that you're dealing with. You don't have any idea what the amount of energy you're dealing with when you're talking to us. Like, really? You really have no idea. It's terrifying. Like, you should be terrified. Like, I don't know how many times Rion and I have to say that. Like, I don't know how many fucking times we have to say that as like the leaders of the group. Okay. And Gigi also talks about it. And Alex is talking more about like family issues, okay, because he is trying to help like 3D people, but he did used to talk about this stuff or whatever, and it's like we're literally trying to help humanity, trying to warn humanity. This is extremely real. Energy is extremely real, and it is massive amounts of space, freaking energy that is coming for us because you keep debating me and Rion and Jeej and probably Alex, okay, even though his arguments are a little bit more skewed towards 3D now. Um, Probably because he has to put himself in that energy. And like we have done this before and it's really uncomfortable. It's a massive amounts of space codes. And you guys are just focused on like the pleasure centers of the chakras. You know, that's like all your, and you like, you have like no idea the amount of energy coming towards you. Literally a tsunami of space energy, and it's just the most uncomfortable feeling you've ever felt in your life because those frequencies are not meant for Earth. Alex was just like, I gotta get him, I gotta get her away from him. I gotta get her the fuck away from him. It was insane. It was an insane 3 years, 4 years. It was insane. It was insanity. We don't know how many times we have to say it to planet Earth. It was insanity. You guys saw it with Captain America and Winter Soldier. Why are you guys doing this to us? Okay, that was my boyfriend at the time. And actually, that was actually my actual boyfriend at the time, Kuba. I had two of them, and it was insane. And I'm telling the truth, and nobody will listen to me. It was insanity. Most intense panic attacks I've ever felt in my life. Yes, I would go to my car and I would then put on Ra, Arcturus Ra. He had this one meditation video. He probably still has it. I don't know, but it was like this one meditation video, and I would put that on. So I would be having intense panic attacks, intense. I think we were in Deep Space Nine at that point, and that's why it was so fucking intense. Okay. And we are at the threshold. We are at the threshold yet again. Okay. And if we fall to Deep Space Nine, I think that's it. Okay. But I think that's more of like the organic. It's like more that's like more like organic and like but like you can it's like the synthetics like took over the earth. Anyway, it's like kind of super complicated, whatever. But a synthetic race took over Earth and then they were like trying to like they have their own way, which is like really uncomfortable and intense. And then Deep Space Nine has their own way, which is really uncomfortable and intense. And it was all uncomfortable. It was definitely Deep Space Nine. It was definitely Deep Space Nine. And it was like we passed the threshold and we fell into Deep Space Nine. It was like a gigantic panic attack, worldwide panic attack. Okay, and because the synthetics had to fight for the molecule back up into the upper chakras. It was insane. It was insanity. Anyway, yeah, I would go to my car, have these intense panic attacks, and have to calm down with Arcturus Raw and like just listen to that meditation video and like like try to breathe with him and like literally try to calm down. And like it was just insanity. Like I don't know what is wrong with humanity. Like literally what is wrong with you? Alyssa, you're scaring your kids. Well, I think that I would have wanted to know and would have wanted to try to warn humanity back then or whatever. And perhaps my dad was trying to, I think he was trying to warn humanity. Okay. Like you guys are always warned. Okay. You guys are always warned. Okay. But I had like really bad advice at that time. Anyway, I digress. Okay. But so it's like, just keep going. Like, like, you're like, it's just crazy. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, what am I doing with my life? Like, I'm trying to fucking help people out from the future because we've been through this before as a family. Okay. Ugh. All right. So, the celestial came down last night and had to, talk to himself, I guess, or whatever. But the celestial was in my room last night. So it was a lot less intense than last time. So I want to say, like, obviously, it's a lot less intense right now. And, but I definitely saw like the celestial in my room. And I was in intense pain when the celestial came into my room because he was thriving on himself. He was thriving on himself. And so we had to like witness it sort of as a group or whatever. And I had intense pain in my body, intense pain. And I was like, we are at the threshold. We are at the threshold. Okay. We have to stop. We have to stop. Okay. We have to stop. We're at the threshold. It's time to turn around the bus. Um, and then I couldn't fall asleep for a while because I was in intense pain. And then I like looked out the window and there was like a lot of spaceships out of the window and stuff, and the sky was bright purple. So I guess I was quote unquote dead again or whatever because I was in intense pain. So that pain quote unquote killed me. Like I don't know how else to say that without like I feel like that's like a trigger word or whatever because I don't know what else to say. But we were obviously in a living dead world because the sky was bright purple last night. Okay, and there were spaceships, a lot of spaceships outside of the window, and then they started to overlay Mars onto Earth, and then I went to Mars. Um, I finally went back to sleep and I was at Mars and I was hanging out with a friend cooking tea and everything kept overflowing. And then the tea exploded as I was like making the tea. And I think I was making it for a friend. And we made tea in this like dish. We made instead of like making it in like tea in like a cup or whatever and heating it up or in a teapot, we put water into a dish and that's how we heated up water to make tea. And like it seemed like the whole place was sort of halfway underwater, I want to say. And but the tea kept overflowing and then it exploded, but I didn't feel any pain, so I didn't think like anything happened to me. But then I looked into the mirror and there was a gigantic my eyes were a little different, so I want to say I was probably some sort of humanoid alien because my eyes sockets seemed bigger and my eyes seemed bigger. But I looked like this, and there was a gigantic um, puncture wound in my eye of blood. So I had like a puncture wound of some sort in my eye, and it was a gigantic one, and it was full of blood, and my face was full of blood. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to die, in this overlay of Mars dream. And I was looking in the mirror and having a panic attack about it. And I pulled Christian Bale through the mirror, which again is Mars tech. And I physically pulled him through the mirror. And I was like, look at this. Look what's happening to me. And he's like, there's no way they're going to do this again to my baby. And he started like freaking out about it. And then I was in present day in Hollywood and I was married to Colin, and Christian Bale was dating my younger sister, Andrea. She's 10 years younger than me. And we thought, wow, Christian Bale, because I think he's older. I don't know how much older, but he's definitely older than us. He's definitely older than me. And he was dating Andrea. And I was like, and like me and Colin to Christian and Andrea were like, wow, you're such a typical Hollywood couple, like the older archetype Hollywood celebrity with the young, pretty model. Maybe Andrea was a model in that life because I did get her a few modeling gigs. So maybe like in our lives where we got discovered, like Andrea actually became like a real model. And yeah, I was married to Colin in that. Oh, and before I went to bed, I felt like intense loneliness. Um, like intense loneliness. Where I've never felt intense loneliness like that before. It was just like life shattering loneliness. I felt life shattering loneliness. And it was definitely like a code. It was definitely like a code that I felt, a code of loneliness. And then I saw a random woman that I never met before eating herself. Like I saw her like attacking herself on the ancient Egypt map, and um, I saw her attacking herself, and then I saw her eating herself, and herself was guacamole, and I saw her just like eating herself, and then she eats herself. And that's like a World War III code. Like herself was guacamole, so I don't know. But that was a World War III code. And then Chris Evans came by in a helicopter and he said that he got the World War III codes. Let's go. Um, they fight back with 3D codes to stay solid since we thought 3D was real. Now we know it's not because we have proof all over the place, and they do that to stay solid and not um, to turn into gelatin and then over time turn into liquid and then into vapor. But it's not working anymore, and that's why they're starting to turn into gelatin. So they're starting to dissipate off of Earth because 3D, we know 3D is not real, and they don't really know what to do about it, but they're noticing themselves. Like, I think there's a video of Selena Gomez, and her body literally looks gelatinous on the red carpet. So it's like not working anymore because we know 3D is not real. We know none of this is real. And it's like all make believe. So that was interesting. And then we went back to the bifurcation because the trifurcation is hurting the Anunnaki too much to talk about the Anunnaki map, which is the pink map. And so we went back to the bifurcation. So there's some codes we're missing there. Because you guys keep focusing on the story and like trying to figure it out story wise. And you're like, oh my God, Alyssa's so stupid. She doesn't know like this about gravitational force or this about this scientific discovery, blah, blah, blah. As like much as I talked about like scientific anomalies and like how even math is made up, you know? So we don't really know why you're saying stuff like that because it's literally all made up. And I obviously like that kind of hurts my friend group because I want them to feel included and like writing the story with me and everything. And if you're like throwing in absolute facts and that like Alyssa's stupid because you think she's gorgeous and you're like, you'll never have her, it's sort of like combats energy wise. It's causing us to basically reset the game. It's causing contact codes to come forward again, all that good stuff because like you're being really rude to us, like you're saying like, you know, um you're saying like absolute fact, like, oh my God, like you're being super rude. You're like saying that I'm stupid, like Alyssa oversimplifies things, like then you're like talking about science, like it's scientific fact when gravity isn't real. And it's really rude to like the creator of the video game, me, to like assume that you can like overwrite my codes and like say whatever you want. And like I said, like you're being really rude to my friends who are the ones who are allowed to help me write the video game. Like you don't just get to decide what you're in charge of inside of the video game and like what your job is, and you don't get to decide like who like what you're writing or whatever and like overwrite the creator and her friends, you know what I mean, just because you've decided that. And like you get to call me rude because that's a job that you want, but you're literally going against the creator of the video game, like, and it's literally all made up. And like you're fighting it like it's a scientific fact, okay? And like because you get so hung up on my stories or whatever, and like trying to figure out my video game and like one up me, and it's just we're just like so over it. We're so over it at this point.